Shock report. This week, CDC quietly updated the COVID-19 numbers. Not a single liberal mainstream media, 6 corporations that control the narrative, spoke about it. But we will. Only 9,210 Americans actually died from COVID-19 alone. That's it. The virus is so deadly, it killed 1/1,000,000th of a percent of the population. More deadly are things like farts, honey from bees, and texting while walking. More deadly. We've never shut down the economy for that, though, which is why this is a shock report. And I've known this from the beginning. I'm looking at the comorbidity and the additional deaths that have happened since the beginning of this pandemic, and it's not even reaching a threshold of worry. You could easily have incorporated all the comorbidity deaths of COVID-19 without COVID-19 as being just comorbidity deaths, meaning pneumonia and other natural causes where we have 150,000 deaths annually or more from pneumonia. Those have been absorbed in the COVID pandemic. But if you get down to brass tacks, the people that actually died of COVID-19, there's no other explanation. Less than 9,300 since the beginning of the outbreak in the U.S. So someone is going to have to be held accountable for this nonsense. And I think that all they're going to do is tumble us down into turmoil and civil war and just drowned out the noise of the facts, because that's the way it's always been. Now, how long will Democrats pretend the chaos in Portland is normal, or any of the other Democrat cities? There has been 91 straight days of riots in Portland. Yet for 3 straight months, mainstream liberal media has been telling you that these have been peaceful protests when over 30 people have died at the hands of Antifa and BLM. Now the liberal media is picking up on other deaths. Well, anyway, it's such a spin piece. Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero, being called by the liberal media as a white supremacist because he defended himself against 3 white rioters. So why would a white supremacist kill white rioters when there are hundreds of black people around him? That's my question. Second, if you watch the videos and you're actually objective and you have a brain and you can think and you actually watch all the footage, you can clearly see a scared 17-year-old trying to protect some businesses and protect his own ass, defend himself against some pretty evil fucking pricks. Portland mayor, and speaking of evil fucking pricks, Portland mayor excoriates Trump. It's you who have created the hate and therefore the violence. That's what these Democrats do. They blame anyone but themselves. Now, the Portland mayor is responsible for the violence in his city, I guarantee you, because he's the mayor, and he has done nothing for over 90 days to stop it. In fact, he's exacerbated it. He sent away the federal cops that were actually slowing down the burning and arresting the criminals. But his plan, and when asked today about his plan, he said, I don't have a plan. I don't need a plan. It's all peaceful, man. 2 billion of peaceful damage. He said it's going to burn itself out. Well, that might be the only factual statement the Portland mayor has ever said. Yes, it will burn itself out, including your house, your neighborhood, and your city. Could be the dumbest elected official ever elected. Definitely not getting reelected, in my opinion. Now, I had a question. I was like, why does Bill Gates want to buy up all the nuclear power plants? He already wants to kill all the Africans with his polio vaccine. Now he wants to kill the whole population with his fake COVID pandemic. So why would he be buying up the nuclear power plants? Simply to cause meltdowns? No, he lives on this earth. And there's no way that anyone's going to Mars because of the cosmic ray problem. No one is going off planet anywhere. They could go underground here and just be pretending. You know, you pretend to launch a ship off planet and everyone goes down the elevator. That's what's happening, folks. Where all the little, the missing people are down there in those catacombs. But the truth of why Bill Gates wants to buy up nuclear power plants and their waste piles has become obvious with this press release just 48 hours ago about an energy firm saying nuclear waste-fueled diamond batteries could last thousands of years. And this is an amazing technology. I'm going to get in on it. I'm going to invest in this, and I'm going to get some of these NDBs. Now, this is a cell phone version of the battery that could literally keep your cell phone charging itself with micro radiation. A little nuclear power plant in your phone that could keep a battery alive for 80 years. Same as your car, same as your house. The technology is just coming true. But being made by a California-based battery company that says successful early test results were completed on a nano diamond battery brings them closer to realizing such claims. So this is very new technology, could be a total scam, but we'll report on it in the future as it develops. Now, take a look. Dark matter is dead once again, but billions of dollars will continue to be spent on fake. Oh my God, this is so insane. All the money that's spent on bad science could have literally fed the entire planet, give every homeless person a house, and fix the economy of all worlds. But we just dump it into this abyss, and the Fed keeps printing trillions of dollars as inflation goes up, and it's about to hit the fan. Now, what the elites know is what I've been trying to tell you for 4 years. They know about these cosmic catastrophe cycles. They know about what's coming, and they're controlling the narrative. They're going to implode the system early, incrementally, in steps, like a step pyramid, down into the hole of hell that you wish you never came from. So if you're in an inner city and you don't expect to hook up to the Neuralink with some kind of chip in your brain or some kind of head control where your entire, every fart you make and cell you burn is cataloged in AI, well, then you're screwed. And if you haven't moved out now, you have very limited time to get out. So get out and get rural, because we will be the resistance. We're starting the army now, and we'll show you how. Keep watching the channel. Share this with like-minded people. And a new study on mysterious glow at the heart of our galaxy kills the hypothesis of dark matter. But that won't stop the billions of dollars worth of funding flowing from the NFS, coming from the UN and other elite groups that don't want you to know a fucking thing. Means nothing. So there's that. Strong constraints on the thermal relic dark matter from Fermi-Lat observations of the galactic center. This is the paper that may shift the narrative to stop looking for something that's not there and start looking for an answer on what's actually there. Now, I know a good friend of mine, Ben Davidson, has been doing this for almost a decade, looking for good answers. And we're going to be talking about some of the bad results from what many of us independent journalists have been doing over the last decade or so. Censorship. We're going to be talking about censorship at every level. Social media, platforms like YouTube and Twitter. Alternative platforms, are they really fair and free? Is it really worth it for us to go over to BitChute or somewhere else where there's almost no one except people in a gigantic echo chamber that want to hear exactly what we're saying? Is that even worth it? I spend very little time over in those echo chambers because it doesn't matter. In order for a message like mine to get out to people and to make it matter, I need to hit the people that don't listen to me so that I can slap them with science. That's the purpose. Like I'm about to do right now. The September full moon arrives early. For that reason alone, this full moon is not even going to be a harvest moon. Who knew? And now it's called the corn moon, like cornholio. Are you going to allow this to happen? Well, it doesn't matter if you protest this. It's written in stone. It is what it is. The last full moon of summer, which sets up the October blue moon, is the corn moon. So you can stick it up your corn cob and smoke it. Hope you got something out of the video. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. When it starts snowing, yes, in August. Happy birthday to me. The first snow happened the day after my birthday. You know why that is? Because God allowed it to be snow-free up until my birthday, and the second it was after my birthday, He made it snow. That's my opinion, based on facts. And that is a boom. Thanks to all of our one-time donors, our new Patreons. Without you, I would not be doing this. Period. So look forward to the Ben Davidson interview. It's going to happen Tuesday. And we're going to be covering all aspects of censorship. He's been hitting the buttocks on Facebook. I've been watching it happen all year. And then Twitter got him, and then on and on. So we're going to get to the bottom of it. And what we need to do as a community to survive and thrive in the future. Now, I'm not one for, taking it down a notch and conforming. We're not going to do that. But there are certain things we can do to change our vocabulary, can change our tactics, can change the messaging and the titles, or maybe how we present this data. Because let me just put it to you this way. The social media formats, Facebook, Twitter, Stitcher, Instagram, TikTok, ClickClock, and on, YouTube especially. They all have a set of rules that change regularly on purpose. And they're so vague that there's no way you could comply with them, especially if you want to be free and fair and balanced and be reporting on cutting-edge science, cutting-edge news, if you're talking about the human condition, or you're even doing editorial opinion pieces. They have the ability, being private business owners, to censor you legally. There's almost nothing you can do. This is not a constitutional platform that I'm on here. YouTube is highly censor-friendly. They will shut you down if they don't like what you say, based on their vague rules. And that's why a lot of users have moved off platform. Now, if you don't have a huge following, it's not easy to do. Take for instance, Steven Crowder. The moment he was demonetized, a month later, he was making more money than he ever did from Google or any of those other schmucks. Because he had so many fans, a small block of 10% of millions moves over and gives you $100 a year, and you're a multimillionaire in 1 month. So it works for big performers. But when you only have tens of thousands of supporters and only hundreds are willing to support you monthly, it's a different story. If you relied on this money to support you and your family for a while and you get demonetized, it's worse than COVID-19. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the reality of relying on social media as a career and how dangerous that is, not only to the brain and your ability to perform on a daily basis, but to the safety and security of your family. Hope you got something out of the video. Thanks for watching. I'm done bloviating. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe. Peace. Oh yeah, click on one of these boxes and learn something else. If you stayed this long, you obviously care.